Have you ever wondered why, in many yogic traditions, seekers in deep sadhana avoid even a simple touch? Why a yogi in intense inner work may step back, keep distance, or remain completely untouchable for months or even years? This is not about fear of people, nor about social rules or purity rituals. It is about something far more subtle, the fragile, explosive state of human consciousness when it is being consciously re engineered. Stay with me till the end of this video because what you're about to hear may completely change how you understand touch, energy, and the human body. Touch is not just physical. Modern thinking treats touch as mechanical. Skin touches skin, nerves fire, sensation occur. But yogic science never saw the human body as just flesh and bone. It saw the body as layered, physical, energetic, mental, and subtle. Every human being constantly emits and absorbs energy through breath, through gaze, through proximity, and most powerfully through touch. When two people touch, it is not just bodies meeting, it is two energetic systems briefly merging. Most of the time, this goes unnoticed because our energies are dull, scattered, and unconscious. But in intense sadhana, nothing is dull anymore. In deep sadhana, a yogi is not relaxing or finding peace. They are dismantling and reassembling their inner structure. The nervous system becomes hypersensitive. The pranic flow intensifies. The boundaries of the body become porous. At this stage, even a small disturbance can cause imbalance. A random thought can destabilize the system. Imagine then what another person's energy can do. Touch becomes interference, not because the other person is bad, but because the yogi is operating without filters. In mystic musings, Sadhguru once remarked that when sadhana deepens, a yogi becomes like an exposed nerve. Even the slightest contact can shake the entire system. This is not metaphorical. When the inner energies are awakened and flowing freely, the body loses its usual insulation. Touch that feels normal to others can feel overwhelming, disorienting, or even damaging to the practitioner. This is why yogis choose distance, not out of arrogance, but out of necessity. Human emotions are not locked inside the mind. They are biochemical and energetic events. An anxious person carries agitation. A grieving person carries heaviness. A compulsive person carries restlessness. When touched, these states can transfer subtly, like a resonance. In daily life, we are too numb to notice. In intense sadhana, the yogi feels everything. Touch can introduce foreign patterns into a system that is trying to dissolve all patterns. Through people, many spiritual seekers believe touch is grounding. Hugs, hand holding, physical reassurance. For a yogi in advanced sadhana, grounding must come from inside, not outside. If grounding depends on people, the inner stability is incomplete. So, yogis learn to stabilize themselves through breath, awareness, and inner balance, not human contact. This independence is crucial. Otherwise, liberation becomes another form of dependency. When touch can become dangerous. This is rarely spoken about openly. During certain phases of sadhana, the yogi's energy can surge unpredictably. Touching someone at that moment can affect both people. The yogi may destabilize the other, or the other may ground or block the yogi unintentionally. This is why traditional systems were strict: silence, solitude, distance, not superstition, safety. Why this is misunderstood? Today, modern spirituality romanticizes connection. Everything is about sharing, hugging, blending energies. But yogic paths were never about emotional comfort, they were about precision. When inner work becomes intense, even love must take a step back. Because liberation demands clarity, not closeness. This is why ancient yogis went to forests, caves, mountains, not to escape humanity, but to avoid energetic contamination during transformation. What happens after the sadhana stabilizes? Here is the paradox. When sadhana stabilizes, the yogi becomes more inclusive, not less, more compassionate, more open. But now, touch does not disturb because the inner system is complete. Energy is stable, boundaries are conscious. Avoiding touch was never rejection, it was preparation. So, when you hear that a yogi avoids touch during intense sadhana, don't see it as a withdrawal, see it as surgery. No one wants interference while their inner structure is being rewritten. If this video gave you a deeper respect for the discipline behind spiritual paths, share it with someone who thinks spirituality is just about good vibes. Like the video if it changed how you understand human connection, and subscribe for more deep explorations into yogic science, mystic musings, and the unseen dimensions of inner transformation. Because sometimes the greatest act of consciousness is knowing when not to touch.